Hey superstars, welcome to the Get Rich Without Being a Bitch podcast. I am Vanessa Shaw, your host for the journey that we're about to embark upon. Listen, if you're in business for yourself, you want to enjoy financial empowerment, live life on your terms, and frankly, live a much richer life, you are going to be in the right place because we are going to be challenging stereotypes, breaking through glass ceilings, giving you the tips, tools, and strategies that can help you be a better version of you, build life and business on your terms. So be sure to subscribe because you are not going to want to miss an episode. Go to your favorite podcast platforms on Apple or Spotify and hit subscribe now. And I can't wait to start the journey with you. Hey, superstars, welcome back to the Get Rich Without Being a Bitch podcast. 80% psychology and only 20% strategy. What does that really mean? Have you heard that before? I believe Tony Robbins, I'm sure you've heard of him before, big name in the coaching and personal development space. I think he was one of the first ones to actually say it. Perhaps there were others before him. But I really believe it to be true. Right? So much of what's going on is what's happening between our ears. So we have to get our psychology and frankly our emotions in the right place first in order to get ahead. So what does that mean? Because you might be feeling that frustration of like, okay, Vanessa, when are we going to get to some of the how-to? And I promise you in this podcast we are. But I really want to give you some of the tools first and foremost that are about the inner work that you need to be doing so that you get that mindset aligned, emotionally, you're in a good place and you start taking the right actions. And we've looked at some of those different tools already around clarifying things like your money why and why that's important for you. Not tolerating things, right? The $1 million question. And then a whole lot of this is going to be about, what is your vision? What are your goals? What's your mindset? Where does your mindset need to be, right? Is it growth oriented or is it more fixed? Carol Dweck, very well known in the field of positive psychology. She talks about those people that believe they can impact outcomes, that they can learn new skills, right? They have a growth-oriented mindset, are actually going to be happier, have higher levels of well-being, greater levels of resilience, and probably enjoy more success in the world as well. So it's a good place to question, do you really believe everything is predestined and you cannot impact anything? Or do you come from that place where you feel really empowered to set the course for your own life and business, decide what that vision is for yourself, set some goals in alignment with that, really tap in to those bigger desires, those desires that say, you want more, you deserve more, and you're willing to take the action, right, to have more and to enjoy more. This is all about that empowered mindset, right, and that psychology. And then once we start to get those places aligned, we can start to choose then the strategies, right, that align with us, the strategies that feel right. But otherwise, if we're just trying to do strategies without changing our inner game, I believe that we create a lot of stress. Right? We just create a lot of dissonance inside, and it's almost can be like we haven't got that alignment. There's nothing smooth, and it feels like we've got our foot on the accelerator and a foot on the brake at the same time, and we want to create more flow. So how do we start to really shape that mindset and that psychology? One thing is honestly listening to podcasts like this and making it a really regular practice. One of the other things that I recommend to my clients as well is, really think about how are you filling your mind? What are you consuming? What books are you reading? What conversations are you in? Who are you surrounding yourself with? You've probably heard this many times before. They say that you are the average of the 5 people that you hang out with the most, but you will certainly be influenced by their stories, their mindset, their energy, their emotions. So you want to be really mindful of who those people are and think about the diet, right, that you are feeding your own mindset with. So I don't like to be around negativity. I get very mindful about the books that I read, the things that I'm consuming. If I start to feel myself slipping, right, it's that place where I have to go, watch out. That mindset is delicate and I want to make sure it's in the right place. Okay. So again, podcasts, reading books, the people that you're with, the conversations, making sure that you are dedicated to personal and spiritual development. That doesn't mean to say perfect, not by any stretch of the imagination, but it's about seeing that you're really progressing, right? And that in of itself is motivating. And then what are the things that you can also do to bolster your emotions? Because it's not just the cognitive part. It's like, how are you feeling? We all know that we can try and have those positive mantras in our head. But if we're feeling overwhelmed or resentful or despondent, any of those things, it's still difficult to get into action. So again, what are the things that help you to get into a more positive emotional state? One of the things I recommend to our clients is when they've created their vision and what it looks like to live richly on their terms in the context of their life, I recommend that they read it daily. They reconnect with it. They reconnect with why they're doing it. And so that emotionally they can start to feel that charge and that excitement again. Right? Physical activity. We talked about that in one of the earlier episodes around living richly, how important it is. It's important for your health and well-being, but it's really important again for your emotions. And it's a way to reduce stress and get yourself work things through the body and actually get them out. Now, of course, you might have other practices as well that really help you. For some people, it's mindfulness. For some people, it's journaling, right? Getting those things out. It's conversation, or it could be prayer or contemplation or meditation. But the whole point of this is to really remember that if it's 80% psychology and then it's 20% strategy, are you dedicating the right amount of time and energy to building and preserving a really great psychology for yourself so that you are making it easier to succeed? Once again, if you've enjoyed this short episode today, I'd love to know what's resonating with you. Drop me a review in the comments. And also don't forget to subscribe. There are plenty more episodes coming to you with how-tos, shattering glass ceilings, all the things that you need to live a rich life and to get rich without being a bitch. So please subscribe and make sure you subscribe on your favorite platforms, Apple and Spotify. I'll catch you on the next one.